Welcome to this exclusive training, How Beauty Bosses Are Streamlining Their Businesses and Working Lists Through This Game-Changing Facebook Group System. My name is Brittany Ash. I'm a virtual business strategist. I am the creator of the Powerhouse Community Vault, and I'm just so excited to be sharing this strategy with you to help you to grow your business, to help you to streamline your business, and create your business to be everything that you want it to be. So here's the deal. I've given you these resources and a couple lessons. You're going to get all those resources for you to use to build your strategy. And I want you to know that I am personally invested in your success. I want you to not only love these resources, to not only use these resources, but I want them to create such an impact for your business. I want you to absolutely love these resources and this strategy we're going to put together. I want you to look back at this and be like, this was the best investment I've ever made in my virtual business. You see, I am on a mission. My mission is to help you work less and achieve more through virtual strategies and social media lead generation. And I personally believe that your business should fit your life and not the other way around. So everything that I create, everything that I teach and that I share with others has that mission in mind. And this Powerhouse Community Vault is no different. So here's what this training is all about. I'm going to actually go through how you're going to use all of your resources in your vault. I'm going to show you the strategy, how it all kind of works together. So that way, when you are going through those resources, you know exactly what you're supposed to do with them and exactly how you're supposed to use them. At the end of this, I am going to share with you, for those of you who want to work a little closer with me, want a little more hands-on help implementing your strategy, I'm going to share with you exactly how you can do that and what we are offering you as members of our Powerhouse Community Vault. So we have that special offer for you. So stay tuned to the end if that is something that would interest you. Now, I'm going to jump right here into the presentation, but here's the deal. I don't know if you notice, I talk with my hands a lot, and I can get really, really distracting when I'm excited about something and I am teaching something. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take myself off this screen and I'm just going to show my slides so that way you can really focus on this training. You can get the most out of this training and really absorb what we are talking about here. So I'm going to do that right now. There we are. And so let's dive right into this training today. So first of all, I want to talk about a little bit about how you might be feeling coming into this training. I know if you're like a lot of people that I work with, you may be coming in here feeling overwhelmed, feeling frustrated, feeling confused, feeling stuck in your business. So what I want to share with you here, and what I hope that you glean from this training, is to know that the only way to be successful at a virtual business is to have a consistent, repeatable system in place. The reason so many of you are overwhelmed, frustrated, confused, and feeling stuck in your business is because you probably have yet to take the time to actually create a systemized strategy for your virtual business. So that is that system that we are going to be talking about today. So here's what I want you to do. I know we tried to make this vault as affordable as we possibly could for everybody so that everyone had access to these resources. So I know you didn't invest $10,000 into this training, but I want you to pretend that you did. I want you to think about that, how you would be going through this training if you invested $10,000 for these resources, because I would bet if you invested that much in a training program and in a system and in a strategy, that you would be giving this your undivided attention. You would be sitting here thinking, I invested so much of this. I have so much skin in the game that I have to make it work. So I'm going to do everything I can to learn everything that I can to put this into place. So I want you to pretend that you invested $10,000 in this training. And I want you to give it your undivided attention. So stop scrolling right now. Stop multitasking. If you're driving while listening to this or cooking dinner for the family, and you've got this, just hanging out on your phone, and you're glancing at it, or you're just kind of halfway listening to this, I want to ask you then to actually pause this and to come back to it when you can give it your full undivided attention. And please don't take too long to do that, because the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take to put this strategy into place. So I really am going to ask you to give this your full undivided attention. You owe it to yourself to do that. So, who is this training for? Who is this strategy actually a fit for? So, this strategy was specifically created for network marketing beauty businesses. So, people in the network marketing industry or direct sales or MLM, whatever you want to call it, who have a beauty business. So, say if you're in skincare and makeup or hair products or nail products, this was really created for you. That's where my background is. So it was created with you in mind, and not just people with those businesses, but those who are actively working and building a team. Okay, so these are the ideal people who this was created for. However, if you have a network marketing business and it's in another industry, say it's health and wellness or it's home products or it's apparel and fashion, this will also work for you, but you might just have to do a little bit of modification to fit your specific product line and the needs of your customers. And this could actually work for a coaching business. So if you're sitting here and you're an individual coaching business, you will have to modify some of this, but there are a lot of things in here that would really help anybody who's working to build a community, a movement of people who are following them for their business expertise. So this would work for you as well. But I will say if you're in those second two categories, you will have to do just a little bit of a modification to make sure that it fits you. So who is this not a fit for? Okay, so first of all, this is most likely not a fit for you if you have a personal use or a hobby business in the network marketing industry, meaning you're really just not fully committed to your business. You're just kind of dabbling in this on the side. And let me just tell you, there's nothing wrong with that if that is you. But this strategy takes quite a bit of time. It takes quite a bit of commitment. And if you aren't that committed to your business right now, you're really not going to put this into place. It's not going to do a whole lot for you unless you're willing to put in that time and that commitment here. So this would not work for you if you're just kind of dabbling in your business. So if that's you, there are just some other strategies that are a little bit easier and just don't require as much. They're not as effective. They won't build you as big of a business, but they're great for those of you who just want, just to make a couple sales here and there, or just working your own personal use. If you are not a network marketing company, with the exception of coaches, say you're a realtor or you have a brick and mortar store or your hair salon or something like that, this really is not going to work for you either. There are some other strategies that will work a whole lot better for those businesses. This is really designed for those who need to create a community, an audience of customers or potential customers. And so this is just a really good fit for those of you who have a network marketing business. That being said, you are welcome to listen to the rest of this training, go through the rest of this training, and perhaps you'll see some pieces that you might be able to use to fit into your own strategy. And I just want to tell you, you are in the right place, because I hear these things all the time. You are in the right place if, number one, you are overwhelmed with all the social media. There are so many different platforms. We've got our personal accounts, we've got Instagram, we've got our business pages, we've got TikTok, we've got Twitter, or X, whatever you call it now. There's so many different, and our VIP customer group, and many of you have a team Facebook group. And if you've got a lot of that going on and you're like, I am so overwhelmed keeping up with all of these different platforms, you are definitely in the right place. We are going to streamline that for you today. You're in the right place if you're also confused about your company's social media guidelines and you're terrified to post something that breaks a rule. So we've got some solutions for you here. You're going to see that this strategy I'm going to show you completely works around your company's social media guidelines. And we're going to clarify that for you today. You are also in the right place if you're just unsure how to get outside your own network. Maybe you've been working social media for a while, you've been on Facebook, and you're like, yeah, this is all great, but it's always just my own family and friends who are commenting on my stuff, or it's my own customers. And you're like, how do I get outside of my network and meet new people that is not spammy and weird and just gross personal messaging, hey girl messages, right? So you're definitely in the right place if you are done with that kind of stuff and you want to know how to truly get outside your network. You're also in the right places if you are a leader in your company and you've been maybe working your business virtually, or you've been exploring working your business virtually, and you're like, I have no idea how to teach this stuff to my team. You're like, I understand it, but I don't know how to make this duplicatable. I don't know how to make this so that my team can use this stuff too. You're going to love this strategy for that. This is also for you if you're technically challenged. And I say that in quotes. So I have a lot of people who come to me and they're like, Brittany, can I do this? Technology hates me. Like, come on, one of those people. So here's what I want to tell you. You are in the absolute right place. You will fit right in with our community here because that is one of the things that I have a specialty in. In fact, my first business, when I first started my social media coaching business, it was called, get this, Instagram for Old People. Now, I know that's a terrible name, but basically it was an Instagram course designed to help people, businesses, learn how to monetize their Instagram who maybe felt that they were too old to learn Instagram and those platforms. So all of my training is really designed with you in mind. I want anybody to be able to take these courses and be able to feel confident and feel like a pro afterwards. So you are absolutely in the right place if you feel that you are technologically challenged. So I want to ask you a question. What if you could run your entire business with one single Facebook group? I want you to think of everything you need to do for your business right now. I want you to think of every task you have. You have to find new leads. You have to book those leads for appointments and parties if that's how your company is run. You have to follow up. You have to sell. You have to do recruiting. You have to train your team. You have to do admin stuff. You have to market your business. All of these things. Just think of all those tasks, not to mention communicating with your team and keeping them in the know and training them and working with them and all this stuff. What if you could do everything you needed to do for your business with one single Facebook group? You only needed to focus on one thing. So here's what you're going to learn in today's training. I'm going to reveal to you my powerful collaborative Facebook group system so that you can create a sustainable virtual business that will grow your team and business exponentially. We are talking snowball effect here, while also cutting down your work hours and your business expenses. Okay. I know that's a bold promise, but I'm going to show you how this will actually cut your work hours in half and your business expenses in half or even more. So stay tuned. That's what this strategy is all about. And here are just a couple. I'm gonna just kind of sprinkle these through here, so you know I'm not just like making this stuff up. This is a tried and tested strategy. Catherine said here, she said, this is literally the most valuable hour I've spent in a long time. She is referring to this training I'm about to share with you right here. She said, I often watch half watch while doing something else. But I watched live and asked questions and wrote pages and pages of notes. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Kate said, this is amazing stuff. I'm so glad it was available. I'm glad it's in a place I can replay it. Thank you so much. Definitely not too long. So these are just what other people have thought about this training that you're about to get right here. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story, how I ended up here. Teaching you a Facebook group strategy. So I'll just tell you, so I started my own beauty business in the network marketing industry in 2010. Some of you may be familiar with what it is. If you can look at stuff in the pictures, it's very obvious what company I was with, and still am with. So I started my business in 2010. I actually was a laid off teacher. I got laid off 4 times in 3 years as a music teacher. And I started my business because I wanted to create my own schedule. I wanted something that was just for me. And to be honest, it just looked really, really fun. So that's why I started. In 2012, I debuted as a sales director and as a car earner within my company. Over those 2 years, I was moving up the career path. I was building a huge customer base. I absolutely fell madly in love with my business. I fell so in love with it that I never went back to teaching because I was like, this is all I want to do. And I just loved helping other women feel beautiful. But more than that, I loved building a team of women and helping them to use their business to make their dreams come true, to create the life that they wanted. So in 2012, I moved up to a leadership role in my company. I earned the use of a company career car. I've actually earned the use of 2 company career cars. And so that was my move up to leadership there. Then in 2016, I had a lot of life changes. When I started my business, I was engaged. I wasn't even married yet. And in 2016, I became a mom for the first time. And right at the exact time our first baby, Atticus, was being born, we were moving out of state. And if you've ever taken your business outside of your, like, if you've ever built in your own geographical location and you've moved to a completely other area, I don't know how your company works, but I know ours, we don't have any territory. So, of course, we can bring our existing business with us. But when you are starting in a new area, it is a struggle to basically rebuild another local customer base. And especially if you don't know anybody there, you are starting from scratch. And that's what I did. And I'm just gonna say, I'll be honest, I struggled. It was a struggle. I was trying to balance becoming a new mom. I had a lot of new priorities there. I was struggling with the building my new business in a new area. Not to mention, my husband was traveling a lot when we were selling our house, so I was constantly alone with a baby trying to sell our house, and then I'm trying to work my business on top of it. So I made the decision that I was going to step down from directorship. At that time, I was like, something's got to give. And I was like, I just need to step back from my business for just a little bit so that I can focus on my family. So in 2016, I gave back my car and I decided I was going to step down. So it took me a couple years to start building things back up, to be ready to build things back up. And right about that time, when I was ready to really jump back into my business, we found out baby number two, Oliver, was on the way. And guess what? We were moving out of state. Again, I don't know what it is about having a baby that my husband gets a new job in a new area. And no, he's not in the military. He just got transferred a lot with his job. And so we had a new baby coming. And what I'm going to tell you about baby number two is when I was pregnant with him, we received the prenatal diagnosis that he had Down syndrome. So I knew that I wasn't just in for having a new baby, I was in for having a special needs baby. And that there was just going to be a lot more to it. And I knew that things really needed to change. At that time, I was doing 3 to 5 parties a week, going all over the state. I was working 50 hours a week. If you include, I mean, that was my business full time. If you include lead generation and networking events and driving everywhere and follow up and meeting with people and training my team and doing all of that stuff. And so I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed. And I said, I'm done working this way. I can't do this anymore, especially with a special needs baby along the way. I made the decision I was no longer willing to miss out on living my life and being present for the things that are most important to me because I'm constantly hustling for a business that was supposed to give me freedom in the first place. How many of you have experienced that? You started your business because you wanted all this time freedom, because you wanted to maybe cut down on your hours at your job, and you're like, I'm doing this business because I want all this freedom. And then you start hustling for this business and you realize you've changed yourself to just something else. And that's what I did. And I was like, I'm tired of this. I want this. I want to live the life I'm hustling for. So that's when I made some changes. We've been told, tell me if you've heard these things. We've been told things like never stop hustling, right? Short-term sacrifice for long-term gain, whatever it takes, as long as it's legal and ethical. And you need to be working 40 plus hours a week if you truly want to be successful in your business. That is what we've been told. And that was what I believed. And I decided no more. I was stuck in this Zoom Eek loop. Come on, Zoom Eek loop. There we go. Okay, I was stuck in this Zoom Eek loop. Do you know what I mean by that? Where you just Zoom and you work a whole lot in your business and then you take a break and you Zoom and you Eek and you Zoom and you Eek. So it looked like this. I would have this big, big goal that I was working toward, and I would message everybody, I'd call everybody, I'm doing parties, I'm doing 10 show week, I'm doing 30 faces in 30 days. Will you book with me? And I would Zoom. Okay, that's the Zoom. And then after I'd reached that goal, I would be just exhausted. I'd either meet the goal or I'd miss the goal, but either way, I was tired and I was like, I need to take a break, right? So then we sit on our laurels and then we take some. So that's the eek, right? And then we're like, okay, I'm doing it this time. Here's a new goal, but here's the problem. I've got my family and friends and customers because they were tapped out from the latest Zoom. So now I need leads. I need cold leads. And we get in this place where we're like desperate, right? So we start cold messaging people. We start resorting to kind of spammy things that just don't feel very good to us. We ask people to help us out with a challenge that we're in. And it feels kind of yucky, right? So we go to all of these strategies here because we're on another eek. And then because we're working with leads that are maybe not within our warm market, they don't really know you personally, we have lower numbers with this. So we got a lot of no shows, we get a lot of cancellations, a lot of people tell us no, a lot of people ghost us, they ignore us. And so that can feel kind of defeating. And that's so we eke again, right? And then we really go down a spiral, right? Like I mean, I start going MIA. My leaders are calling me and I'm just not answering my phone. I'm embarrassed. I'm thinking about quitting. I miss our numbers, our production numbers. And honestly, I'm broke because I'm not making any money in my business. And so then so that's another eek. And then we go, I'm zooming this time. All right. I'm doing it. This is it. This is the time I'm doing it. And we do things, we message everybody. Maybe we bribe for bookings. We're like, I'll give you a $10 or $50 gift certificate if you book with me. We try everything we can to get people active, right? We're not looking for real consult. We're like, I just need people active. Just get active. Maybe we're asking consultants to just place an order that they don't need because we need to meet production. And maybe we even put in our own wholesale, our own orders that we don't need in order to close the gap and reach the goal, right? And maybe you reach your goal and but you don't have any profit left, right? I found that I had no profit left. I was in more debt because I was putting in my own money to reach these goals. Exhausted was just didn't even begin to describe it. And then here's the deal, my husband gets not on board, right? He starts being like, why are you even doing this? You're totally stressed out, you're not making any money. You start to feel defeated and you're like, I am hustling, and for what? So have you ever been stuck in that Zoom eek loop? Does that sound familiar to you? I was stuck in that loop for the longest time until I heard a quote by a national sales director in my company. Her name is Gloria Mayfield Banks. And she said this quote, and it really stuck with me. She said, you need to find the routine that creates the machine that achieves the dream. And I was like, that's it. I am tired of this Zoom eek thing. I need to find a routine that creates the machine that achieves the dream. I want to run my business like a machine. This is what I want. I wanted to create a sustainable business where it is consistent, repeatable effort over and over and over again. And it snowballs. You go to reach the next goal, and you reach the next goal, and you reach the next goal because you are doing consistent, repeatable effort, and your profit just goes up in a very steady way rather that Zoom eek stressful way of working. So in 2018, I decided that's what I wanted. And I was like, the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to take my business online. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is 2018. This is before the pandemic. And at this time, my company was mostly an in person business, in home parties. That was our jam. So there weren't a whole lot of people working their business virtually at my company. But I decided I really wanted a home based business. I wanted more home in my home based business. I wanted to work anytime, anywhere. I was tired of rebuilding my customer base every time I moved. And I wanted to tap into the billions of people on social media. So I had a choice. I could either A, find a business that I can work online and quit this this company that I absolutely loved for over a decade, or I could figure out a way to take my current business online. And that's what I did. So I decided I you can see that's me struggling with a ring light here. I took classes, I hired coaches, I did a lot of trial and error. I spent a lot of money. I spent a lot of time and tons of frustration trying to figure this out. So these are me in my early days trying to figure this out. But I was dedicated and I was like, I'm going to learn this and I'm going to become confident at this. So I did become confident. I cracked the code. I developed a system. And then 2020 hit. And with that, we had the pandemic. And all of a sudden, everybody else in my company had to take their business online as well. So I decided I was going to start a Facebook group for other consultants who wanted to learn my virtual strategies. I was like, you guys, like, I can help you with this. And people were asking me what I was doing. And I was like, let's just start a group together where I'm going to teach you how to do all of this stuff. So that's our Beauty Boss community. So in 2020, that's when I started the Instagram for old people. I decided that Instagram was really where the place to be to generate leads. So I decided I'm going to open the doors to an actual business where I'm going to teach people how to use Instagram. And then in 2021, I decided to turn my focus primarily to helping other beauty consultants in my company learn how to use Instagram for their businesses. And I called it IG for Beauty Consultants. And then in 2022, we decided to take everything over to an app called the Pink Beauty Boss app. I'll share a little bit more with you. And so that's when we launched our Pink Beauty Boss app. Then fast forward to 2023. We've been doing so much on Instagram, and then Instagram shifts. They have this greater focus on video, which is reels. We had to pay for verification now in order to get views on your stuff. It started to become way more difficult for smaller accounts to gain traction. You really need a niche on Instagram to set yourself apart with all the other accounts. And the algorithm, it was constantly changing. I felt like we were constantly getting a new update for how to work Instagram. So I decided we need to look outside of Instagram and we need to figure out a new strategy because this just isn't working for a lot of people anymore. So I thought, do we go with YouTube or Twitter, which is now X, or is TikTok the thing, or Threads or Pinterest, and I'm thinking about all this stuff. Meanwhile, while I'm thinking this through, my own Facebook group is blowing up. I mean, blowing up. So let me give you a backstory. We started this group in January 2020, and here's what happened. In our first year, we went from 59 members to 1,700 members in our first year. And here we are, we're in February 2024 when I'm recording this, and we're at 4,500 members. And you can see all the leads we've gotten from this, all the new customers we've gotten from it, all from starting just this one little Facebook group with 59 people in 2020. So here's what happened. People started messaging me. They'd say things like, girl, your group is insane. Can I pick your brain about it? I can't tell you how many people asked me to pick my brain about my Facebook group. Hey, do you have any trainings on how to run a Facebook group like yours? Nobody engages in my Facebook group. I'm so frustrated. How do you get so much engagement on your posts? So then I started I'm like, are other people thinking about this too? So I started looking, all of a sudden I started drawing attention and taking screenshots of anytime anybody posts about this. And so people started posting these things, these frustrations about their groups. Like I post something every day, but I still get no feedback or comments. People are seeing my posts in the group, but they aren't commenting. What do I do? And just people were asking those questions. So I decided I was going to poll our Facebook group and see who was interested in this stuff. So I put out a couple polls, like, what do you guys want trainings on? And you can see over and beyond, people voted on Facebook. I posted these. I'm like, hey, do you want to learn how we did it? We had 186 people say me. I want to know. Sales directors, I asked them if I created a course that would show you step by step how to create and run a collaborative Facebook group for your unit, who would be interested. We had 200. I'm trying to get off the thing. 225 comments from sales directors. So here's the deal. I decided I was going to try to figure this out, and I was going to put this in a streamlined training for everybody. But I don't teach anything without first testing it first and making sure that it works over and over and over again. It's one thing for it to work for me and my business, but I wanted to make sure and test it to find out if it would work for a network marketing beauty business or just a network marketing business in general. So I hosted a workshop with a test group of directors in 2023. We did a 2-day live virtual workshop, and I had everybody test and report their results. You can read on our webpage. We have so many testimonials from these directors. I'm going to highlight one is Jennifer. She's a sales director in Vermont. She this just shows just starting how many sales she got just from just implementing this in her first week. This is a message from her consultant, Crystal. So Crystal got this message from her customer and then sent it to Jen. Okay. So she sent this to Jen. She said, just got a message from a client. Think it's going to be great. Here's her message. And then this is what her customer said. Crystal, I love the breakout room. It's such a great idea. Now I want more product. How many of you want that for your people? Getting messages like that. I've grown by 60, which is 20 per week for August. I've had about 600 in sales as a direct result in the group, and I've had 5 bookings as a direct result. We ended this workshop in mid-July, and this is what she was getting in August. So here's the deal. This is about leveraging the hard work that I've already invested to test and prove this strategy and for you to put it into action yourself. So let's talk about this, like, because what I love about this strategy is it solves so many problems. So let's talk about why is it such a struggle to build your beauty business online. So a few things we've talked about: that constant changes to social media networks and algorithms, oversaturation of network marketers online, fear and confusion over social media guidelines, spammy marketing techniques that have made people jaded, right? They're like, if you even mention that you're with a network marketing company, they just are like, no, ghost you. Too many ideas. A confused mind does nothing. We post for engagement or we post for business, but neither is working, right? We'll do one post that gets a lot of engagement, but it has nothing to do with our business. And then when we post something about our business, nobody comments on it, right? Neither of them are working. We don't know how to convert followers to customers. And it's difficult to duplicate when it's successful. We have these people who are very successful in our companies doing this online. But if you look at what they're doing, there's so much of their personality involved, their ability to create an attractive video, their ability to create attention grabbing lifestyle posts. And a lot of that is just something you can't teach, right? So a lot of people have that. They're like, yeah, that's great. But how do you teach somebody to do that? How do you teach charisma? How do you teach how to entertain somebody? And I'm going to be honest, that is really difficult to teach. And one of the biggest reasons why we struggle online, and I've already mentioned it, is we don't have a clear strategy. The only way to be successful at a virtual business is to have a consistent, repeatable strategy in place. So here's the deal. Piecing together random things you see other people doing is not a strategy. Just posting content on social media, even if it's good content, is not a strategy. Sharing every aspect of your life online and recreating trending videos so people follow you, that's not a strategy. It is mandatory. I truly believe this, and this has been something that has been a driver for every training that I've ever created. Is I believe it is mandatory that we find a more sustainable and consistent strategy for generating leads on social media and actually turning them into bookings, customers, and team members. That is duplicatable and teachable. In our industry, when we are building teams, if we can't teach our team members how to do our strategy, it's not going to work. You are dead in the water. You have to be able to duplicate yourself. So the winning strategy is a collaborative Facebook group. And I'm going to show you why here in these next couple of slides. So here's how it works, okay? This is where you're really going to want to take notes, okay? So this, like, pause this, take out a pen and paper, take screenshots. This is the goods right here. So there are 3 primary aspects to this strategy. Number 1 is everyone in one Facebook group. Number 2, create a community, not a message board. And 3 is be your own algorithm. So let's talk about strategy number 1, everyone in one Facebook group. This is the collaborative part of this. So I recommend your Facebook group should not just be you and your own customers. It should be you, your customers, your guests, and your consultants or your team members, customers, and your team members' guests. It is one collaborative team run Facebook group. Why? Why would you do this? Number 1, it is way less for you to manage. First of all, you're not managing your customer group and a unit group or a team group. You can get rid of the team group altogether because everything's going to happen in that customer group. It's easier for your consultants. How many of them, like, they have to create their own Facebook group with their own customers, post their own content, their own live events, manage their people. And a lot of times they have like 30 people in their group. So it's so much easier for your consultants if they don't have to create their own group and they can just plug into yours. That's also why it's easier for new consultants. Imagine your onboarding process if all you need to teach them how to do is to invite people to your Facebook group. You don't have to teach them how to do a live event. You don't have to teach them how to create content. You don't have to teach them how to run a Facebook group. They just need to learn how to plug their people into yours. It's going to increase sales because they're going to see all this social proof. They're going to see all these customers in this group commenting what their favorite products are, commenting on their success stories using things. It's going to be more effective for recruiting. They're going to see people are going to be in this group. Customers are going to be like, oh my gosh, so really all I need to do to become a member on your team is I just have to invite people to this Facebook group? Like, what an incredible motivator, added value that you can offer your team, that you can say, hey, the people who join our team, they get to use our Facebook group. And so they're going to be watching that happening, and they're going to see your consultants making money in your group just by inviting people to that same group. And it's a better experience for everyone. No one wants to join a group with 30 people. There's no engagement, there's no excitement, but if they join a group of 500 people, excited people, there's a lot of activity going on, a lot of comments, a lot of posts, a lot of fun happening. They're going to feel that they're part of something more. It's going to be a better experience for everybody. It's basically right like a virtual guest event that is run 24/7 that pretty much runs itself. You're going to cover things like company culture, prizes and giveaway. You do all these things at a guest event, right? They're going to be immersed in your company culture. They're going to see everyone getting recognition for prizes. They're going to get product knowledge because both your team and your customers need product knowledge. They're going to see everybody getting recognized. They're going to see the education that everybody gets. They're going to get their own education on products. They're going to be here and learn more about the business opportunity, and they're going to get personal growth and motivation. I always think it was crazy. Why do we separate our customers from what we're doing within our company? Isn't our biggest draw the personal growth? Isn't the biggest draw the culture and the community of other people? Why don't we let them in on that? Why don't we personally develop them? Why don't we become their coach so that they are part of a community that they're like, I just want to be around these women all the time? That is the most powerful recruiting tool you have got at your fingertips. So how does it work? You're like, okay, but how do you keep everybody straight? So first of all, the leader or the admin, that's you. You post all the content and live events. That's your responsibility. And everyone else just manages their own people. They manage the follow-up, they respond to their comments, and they track all their people. You're going to create rules and systems for everybody. And you're always going to say, rather than say comment below if you're interested, you're going to say tag your consultant if you want more information about this. So you're always tagging your consultant. All right, strategy number 2, create a community, not a message board. We're going to be talking about content here. What should you be posting in your group to make it feel like that 24/7 guest event? Well, I have found that a lot of people, when they are posting, they are either posting posts that are I call them engagement bait. They're things like, everybody count up in the comments and let's see how many numbers we get to, right? It has nothing to do with your business, but you probably will get a bunch of comments because people like to play those games. But then when you post about your business, it's crickets, right? People aren't responding to it. So my suggestion is that we combine the benefits of both of those types of posts in a community-driven content that focuses on your business rather than a message board. So let me show you what I mean by that. I've got some examples for you. So first of all, I don't want to say it is, I'm not saying it's bad to post like a message board. Some of these posts are necessary, but I want you to make the shift from posting announcements about your business, because when you post a message board, people don't know how to engage on it. A lot of times you're not getting engagement because people just don't know how to engage on it. Like if you just show a picture of your products releasing, they don't know what to comment on. They don't know what to say. But so this is a message board, whereas community would be saying, what's your new favorite product from the product release? Now, I'm going to tell you why this is such a powerful post, because what's going to happen, you're getting a few different types of comments. First of all, you're going to get the people who do share what their favorite products are. Okay. So they're going to share, I love these new lip glosses, right? And they're going to put that on there. And those who haven't seen them are going to be like, oh my gosh, you love the lip glosses. Why? They're going to hear other people saying, I love the lip gloss. Not just you, other people in your group. We call that social proof. Okay. Or you're going to have people who are going to say, I haven't seen the new products. Send me the info, right? So that is a conversation starter. So rather than giving them all the information like on a message board, you're going to post questions like a community. Here's another example. Instead of posting a before and after of some random person who you don't know, and that's a message board, you could post in the community that says, hey, everybody share a before and after using your skincare. Instead, it's people in your community posting their results. Instead of posting like your sales and your specials, here's our Mother's Day special, and then here are the prices. Instead, you say, ask your consultant about our Mother's Day specials. Tag her in the below if you want the details. So you ask them to engage on your business post. Instead of just posting about deadline reminders for your consultants like this, instead a community one would be like, hey, consultants, who here is working toward finishing stars? Share how far you have left to go. And then her customers are going to see this in here, and she's going to comment, oh, I need 600 more to finish star. And our customer might look at that and be like, girl, I need an order. I'll help you to reach your goal. So it's community focused. Or instead of posting about the business opportunity, just blasting it out there, instead ask the consultants, what impact has your business had on your personal professional life, and how has it helped you grow and develop as a person? You're going to get a ton of social proof answers on a post like that, and all the customers or potential team members even in the group are going to see that. So that's strategy 2. Community over a message board. All right, strategy number 3 is be your own algorithm. And this is really where everything kind of comes together. We've talked about the algorithm just a little bit, the issues with it. Here is the goal of any algorithm, of any social media platform. The goal is for this math problem to determine, to show the right post to the right people at the right time. And the thing is, there are billions of people online, and your posts just aren't getting seen by the people. You may think these people should see these posts, but the algorithm does not. So you have to be your own algorithm. And we do that through a strategy called add, tag, message. Add, tag, message. Add is usually adding them to the group or a live event. Tag is when you tag them in a post, because when you tag them, not the tag at everyone, tag them specifically. When you tag them, they get a notification they were tagged in the post. But even if they don't see the notification, we also message them to say, hey, girl, I just tagged you in a post I think you'd be interested in. Go check it out. So add, tag, message. That is you being your own algorithm. So here's like how it would look for your new members. Okay, this is definitely a screenshot. Okay, so take a screenshot of this. So first, the customer invites the member to the group. The customer requests to join, that's add. You have membership questions at the beginning that you have them answer. We give those to you in the vault. So then you have a start here post in the beginning, and their consultant, once they join, they tag them in the start here post that tells them more information about the group and what their first step is, which is usually attending an event. Okay, so they tag them in the post. Yes, we give you a template for this as well. Then the consultant sends a private message saying, hey, welcome to the group. I just tagged you in an event. I also wanted to invite you to our next signature event. And then they attend the next signature virtual event. Okay, so this right here is add, tag, message for new members. So here's what it would look like. Here's what your group really looks like, right? It always starts with an invite. They're invited to the group. They request to join and answer those questions. Then you ATM them, tag them in that start here post, send them that message, and then you ATM them for your virtual event, that signature event. Then they would either become a customer or they become a hostess. And hopefully, and so then they start inviting people to the group, right? So that's how your group grows. So your customers and your hostesses start inviting people to the group, and then those people go through this again. And then you got some people who are gonna be like, this looks so easy. Tell me how to do this. And they become a consultant and they start inviting people to the group who go through this same process. So it always starts with an invite, and then you send, this is a strategy. This is a strategy. This is a system that you send them through repeatedly over and over and over again. Is everybody going to go through the entire thing? Absolutely not. But when you have enough people doing it, you're going to see a big enough results. If you think about it closely, you have a strategy like this for an in-person business. You get a lead, maybe it's you meet them at a grocery store, you get their phone number, and then you book them for an appointment. And at the appointment, you share the products, they become a customer, and then maybe you book a party from them and they become a hostess, and they share that party with other people. And then that hostess learns more about the business opportunity and becomes a consultant. And then her people start the journey all over again. So you do this in your in-person your in-person business as well. This is just the offline equivalent. And if you want to know the fancy name for it, it's called a sales funnel. That is the marketing name for a process like this. I like calling it a customer journey, but you can call it whatever you want. So, what I love about this strategy is it really checks the boxes. First of all, it's consistent. What we teach you is to do this in it takes 1 hour a day after it's all set up to keep it going. We call that a power hour. And I recommend you choose your work days. Okay. If you're only doing 4 days a week or 5 days a week, the more you do, the faster you grow. But you decide what that is. But it's 1 hour a day, one Facebook group power hour a day. And we give you that tool also in the vault of what that looks like. It's sustainable. Okay. It snowballs. You can see the snowball effect when everybody works together, how that group is going to grow exponentially. It's duplicatable. It's simpler and it's easier for your team to build their business. They just plug into the group and they use this group you have created for them over and over and over again. There's visibility. We use ATM to make sure the right people see the right post at the right time. That is really important on social media. You've got to get eyeballs on your stuff. Attractability. When you have community-driven content versus consultant-driven content, it attracts people who are actually interested. What I mean by that is when you are creating content that is driven by what your community wants to see versus what you as a consultant wants your people to see, you're going to attract more people who are actually interested. And it gives us a conversion process. It's a repeatable system for virtual events and follow-up, and we do that using ATM. It is simple. It's going to take you way less time, and it is very, very effective. Check, check, check. Can you see why I am obsessed with this strategy? Listen, you are just one Facebook group away from your biggest business goal. So now you're like, well, Britt, what are my next steps and where do I start? I've got the vault. Like, what do I do here? So step one, you're going to set up your group or you're going to revamp a current group. Okay. So if you have already have a significant group membership, you're just going to transition that over to your new group. You're going to create your group elements. We've given you templates for these, your group name, your tagline, your cover, description, rules, and membership questions. Then you're going to set up your group. And then you're going to post your featured post. That's that start here post that I was showing you to establish your new group approach. Step two, you're going to create your content strategy. You're going to learn about the different types of posts and their purpose. I've given you 101 post ideas, 63 weekly topics for you to feature in your group. And I've given you a post planner. It looks just like this, where you can use this tool to plan your posts every single week. Step three is to set up those systems, those ATM systems. I've given you new member scripts for inviting new members, taking them through the ATM process. I've given you a new member tracker. It looks like this. So you can track your new members along each step of the process and add a new member form template. It's a Google form where you can keep record of everybody who joins your group so that way you can follow up effectively. Step four is then to launch and promote your group. I've given you a group promo kit, which is everything you need to promote your group and announce it to the world and grow the group giveaway. This is a monthly strategy that you use in your group that will incentivize your group members to invite other members to the group. It's very effective and it takes like virtually no energy on your own part. Step five is consistency and tracking. So we're going to give you a tracking sheet that's going to track how many people you invite each month. We're going to give you a sheet here for you to track all of your group insights so you make sure you're on the right track. And then we give you that power hour packet where we show you how to do that Facebook group power hour to run your group in 1 hour a day. Step six is to train your team. Now, we did not give you resources for this, but here's what you need to do. Once you have everything in place, you now just have to share it with your team. You need to train your team on how to use all the systems that you've created. You need to create some new consultant onboarding. So create your new consultant onboarding system by plugging them into the Facebook group and communication systems. Set up communication systems to share your group schedule with your team and invite them to participate. So here's the big question I have for you. Will you take your own collaborative Facebook group strategy to the finish line? And how can you be sure that nothing gets in your way? So you have two options for this. Option number one is to hold yourself accountable to your collaborative Facebook group strategy and implement it and train your team on how to use it. Or option number two is I want to invite you to work with me personally to help you create, implement, and teach your collaborative Facebook group strategy. So here's how I can help you. This is your invitation to work with me personally inside our Pink Beauty Boss remote coaching app, where I will take you step by step through how to plan, build, implement, and teach your collaborative Facebook group strategy. This is everything you need and so much more, so you can access the results of a powerful Facebook group strategy from a highly sought after virtual business strategist. That's me. At the most, you're going to love this modest investment. You're going to love the format of this because, well, let me just keep going. So, how will I help you to get your strategy done? This is what it looks like. This introducing the Pink Beauty Boss app. This is a remote coaching app that offers the unparalleled convenience of having a 24/7 personal business coach right in the palm of your hand. It's a totally new way of working with a coach at a fraction of the price of traditional coaching. So here's what we offer you in the app. We offer you training, content, community, and support. So, first things first, the first thing you're going to get is access to the Pink Powerhouse Playbook. That is our complete collaborative Facebook group course. Okay. That is going to teach you exactly how to use step by step every single thing in that vault that we gave you. It's interactive training. Every day you receive a new video. This is what it looks like on the app. You receive a new video and assignment. We give you step by step. You watch the video, you complete the daily or the digital worksheet. Looks like this digital worksheet, and we send you your results via email. And it takes you under an hour a day to go through the training. You're going to get scripts, you're going to get templates, you're going to get tutorials, you're going to get everything you need to put this strategy in place. It is like having your coach with you every single step of the way. So it's a 6-week course, and let's break this down week by week. So week 1, we're going to get your group all set up. Week 2, we're going to give you a content and event strategy. Week 3, we're going to put your member systems in place. Week 4, you're going to get your goals, tracking, and growth strategies. We're going to teach you all of that, how to set goals for your group, what you should be tracking, all of that. Week 5, we're going to create your Facebook group unit training. And week 6, we're going to create virtual leadership systems. These right here are the money makers. This is what really is going to make the difference for you in putting your strategy together. So remember I said step 6 is to train your team. So what we're going to do for you in that week 5 is we're going to give you the Facebook group training. I've actually created a course for you as a template for you to share with your people. I've already done the videos for you. We give all the resources and the links here. And you just share it with your team. You just kind of have to make it yours. There's like highlighted sections that you have to make it your own. I've created your new consultant onboarding system with a new business kickoff right in your Facebook group. And I've included a packet for you to give your new consultants that will get them on board with your new Facebook group. And also communication systems, text campaigns for your unit, virtual leadership systems. We're going to go into some automation, putting your business on autopilot, and all your virtual unit opportunities. That is where we are going to cut your work hours and your business expenses in half. I know that is a lofty goal right there. I know that is a big promise, but that is absolutely true. We will cut it in half for you when you are implementing this new system. So here's a great testimonial from one of our test directors. She said she said it streamlines all of it. I'm blown away how beefy it is. You're going to change lives. You can read this all for yourself, but this is I just wanted to highlight where she said, I've struggled with unit systems in this new virtual realm we find ourselves in. So many things to keep track of, promote, grow. How many of you feel like that? She said, this platform you created is amazing. It takes all the guesswork out and lets me put my personality in, because that is so important. So you might be asking, do I have to do it all in 6 weeks? So the answer is, when you first become a member, it is dripped. Okay. So every week you're going to get that new week released to you. So you can go through an entire week in as fast as you want to. If it takes you longer, you'll see you can go through it a little bit faster once you have everything dripped and released to you. So you can really go at your own pace. If you want to take longer to do this, you can absolutely do it. If you're the type of person that you take a little more time to absorb stuff, that is totally fine. It is interactive for you to go at your pace. So you're going to get that. So that's the training. And then we're going to give you content. We're going to give you a monthly content calendar. So you don't even have to plan out your own posts. We actually plan them out for you. We give them to you. We give you every template, everything that you need in our monthly content calendar. You're going to get 120 pieces of planned content for you every single month. 30 for your Instagram feed if you're working Instagram, 30 for your stories, and 60 for your Facebook group, 30 that are going to be customer building and 30 that are going to be unit or team building. You're going to get templates, downloadable images, captions, hashtags, follow-up scripts, trending audio, everything you need. It's going to be like having your own social media manager who's created this content calendar for you. Everything here has been tested. Everything is designed to convert, not just get you followers, engagement, vanity metrics. It is designed to get you customers. Everything has been strategically planned. It fits around the calendar of the year, and we give you a variety of media. So it's not just videos, it's not just graphics, it's a bunch of different things that you can. So that's the content calendar. You guys, like, I can't say enough about this content calendar. And really, it was an afterthought when we added it. But there are so many people who they just love our membership because they get this content calendar. So I love this. Saves me so much time. It's a game changer. You can read all of these for yourself. I'm not going to go through them all for the sake of time. And then I love this. This is from Stetson Patton. Stetson is a social media manager. She and I are just our colleagues online. We've collaborated together. We've worked together. And I showed her our holiday content calendar that we have, because every year around the holidays, our content is centered around to make you money for holiday selling. And this is what she sent to me. She messaged this. She goes, I just looked at your holiday content calendar. She goes, this is valued at like $3,500, right? She told me that if she gave her clients what we give you in our content calendar, she would charge them $3,500 a month for the calendar that we give you. So that is our content calendar. It is beefy. All right, what you're going to get. So that's our content community. So we have two communities. We have our Pink Beauty Boss community. That's everyone who is on our app. And then we have our Ignite community that is just for leaders and above. So you're going to actually get access to both of those communities. And it's a way for you to network with other people. When I first took my business online, I felt very alone. I felt like I was the only one doing this. I was going solo. So we decided we wanted a community aspect where you had people to encourage you. You could collaborate. You could network with them. You could ask for advice. You could ask for feedback. You could help and support one another. So our Pink Beauty, those are our app communities that we have here. So this is like what it looks like. There are all these different channels in it. They're grayed out because those have all been read. So it's in bold when you haven't read anything. And you can see, I think everyone needs to be in this community to gain knowledge and confidence to operate their business. I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to have this support and guidance. I learned how to operate my business and how to close the deal. In process, still how to generate more leads on social media. Thanks for all you're doing. So this is our community here. It's our own social media community right on the app. So that's training, content, community. Now let's talk about support and how we are going to support you. So first of all, you're going to get exclusive Q&A sessions with me, which we do twice a month, where those are live sessions. We do it via YouTube, and where you can submit your questions ahead of time and I will answer your questions, or you can on the chat ask it for feedback on anything, send me a link to a post, anything that you want there that you want help with. So those are Q&A sessions. Then once a month, we actually have a session via Zoom. It's a mastermind coaching session and a done for you session. This is where we dive deeper into strategy, into coaching strategies, into troubleshooting. And then we also do DFY, where you can actually share your screen with me, give me remote control, and I will set up your stuff for you. So we offer that once a month to our members. And then you're also going to get one-on-one messaging access to me. So you can see, actually, let me go back to our community here. See where it says messages? In our community, you will have messaging access to be able to message me, ask me any question, anytime, 24/7. Now, I don't respond 24/7, but you can ask those questions directly to me as a member in our group. So that's a $400 value. Um, so plus I am going to sweeten the deal for you since you are a Powerhouse Community Vault member, since you invested in our program and those resources in the vault. So I'm going to give you 3 bonuses. The first one is going to be a glam kit. Okay, so if you've ever felt like, I want more of like a cohesive, pretty look to my feed, we have all these glam kits. You get to choose one of them to give more a cohesive and professional look to your social media and your branded assets. You're going to get colors and fonts that are unique to your brand. You're going to get images that you can use. You're going to get a branded Facebook group cover, event cover, Facebook group post, Instagram highlight covers, and Instagram stories. So these are all the different ones, and you get to choose one of them. My favorite is bold and gold. But different people love different ones depending on your personality. So you get to choose one of these brand kits, and you'll get all of these assets in that brand kit, which is super cool. That's valued at $787. Bonus number 2 is going to be our business systems. So if you're familiar with Airtable, it's basically like and I don't know why it's not showing here, but it's Airtable. And it's basically like a spreadsheet, but like there's so much more functionality. So we're going to give you 2 business systems on Airtable to track and manage your entire business and to manage your Facebook group. In these spreadsheets, and these calculate everything for you. I can't even like tell you enough about this. We'd have like a whole training just on this. It's awesome. You're going to get group member tracking, consultant team tracking, event planning and calendar, track your group insights, unit activity tracking. We're going to create your work week routines on it, customer and lead CRM. You can track all of your customer and lead CRM on here. And there is no monthly fee to this. You're going to track your customer orders and, yes, all your bookkeeping and your money management, all of your business in one place. This is valued at $997. We're giving it to you as a bonus for when you join our membership. You're also going to get our virtual business suite, which has, and I don't know why it's not showing the other courses here. Hold on one second. Stay tuned. Let's go back. I don't know why it's not showing them. Our virtual business training suite, you're going to get exclusive access to 6+ bonus courses. These are 3, but there are 3 more that are supposed to show on this screen. And we are adding more courses all the time that will help you build your entire virtual business plan. We have the Insta Launch Challenge. We have Construct Your Routine. We have Confidence on Camera. That's going to help you to make better videos. It's going to give you camera tips, filming tips, all of that stuff. Insta Launch Challenge. This is going to show, it's a 6-week course to take your business on Instagram. And then Construct Your Routine. That's our time management course that we have there too. So you're going to get all these bonuses here, the glam kit, the business systems, and your virtual business training suite, which is all those other courses. So everything that is valued at $8,876. Look, you can see why this would be a great investment at $8,876. Forgot to adjust that number there. $8,876. But let me show you how we work here. We work as a subscription rather than an upfront payment, because we believe that you should pay for what you use. And if you don't need our stuff anymore, then you don't need to pay for it anymore. So we offer it as a monthly subscription. So as a subscription for the content calendar alone, which is worth $3,500 a month. Remember when Stetson said that? This would be a great deal at $997 a month. But you can get started right now for just $297 today. So this includes a $200 one-time entrance fee, okay? So we ask you to pay that upfront to just get into the membership. And then after that, and then a $97 monthly subscription. So every month, you don't pay this every month. This is one time. This is something you pay every month. You can cancel anytime. And if you're ready to get started, you can get started now at membership.pinkbeautyboss.com. So, and we also wanted to make sure that you felt totally confident with this. We understand this might be the first time you're investing in your business like this. So, we offer a 100% money back guarantee within your first 30 days. So, if you come in and you're like, this just isn't working for me, this is not a fit, we don't want your money if this isn't a fit for you. So, within your first 30 days, no questions asked, you just send us an email and we will give you your first month's payment and your initial entrance fee back, if you request that within 30 days of signing up. So just so you know, there is no risk to you to giving this a try, and seeing if it is a fit for you. So that's where you can get started, membership.pinkbeautyboss.com. And here's what I do want to tell you. If you're like, I want to think about it, which you totally can, but we do have limited spots available. Every single month, we only open up a specific number of spots. We do that because I want to give everyone the attention they deserve. If we have too many members, then we are not able to support you the best way possible. So we really limit the number of people we allow into our membership. So once those spots are full, we do go on a wait list. So just so you know, if you are hemming and hawing and you are thinking about it, that you may have to wait if you don't act right away. And just so you know, the longer you wait to get started, the longer you're going to have to wait to see the benefits of this strategy. So you might be asking, like, Britt, I really don't have a team just yet. Like, with the training of your Facebook team and the new consultant onboarding, like, do I really need all of this? The answer is no, you don't need all of this. So we have a second membership for those of you that this might be a better fit for. So we call that our Spark membership. Our primary membership is our Ignite membership. This one is Spark. So this is for those of you who you haven't ignited yet, right? You just got a little spark with your business and you're just starting to develop your own personal business. So if this is you, here's what you get. Instead of our 6-week Pink Powerhouse playbook, you get 4 weeks. So we only go through weeks 1 through 4. You don't get the Facebook group training or the virtual leadership systems. The monthly content calendar, you only get 90 posts because you won't get the team building posts with that. And then you'll only get access to our Pink Beauty Boss community, not the Ignite community. And you'll still get access to the Q&A sessions with me. But our Zoom coaching and our one-on-one messaging is reserved for our Ignite members. And then out of our bonuses, you'll get the virtual business training suite. Only our Ignite members get our Glam Kit and our business systems. So it's still a $200 entrance fee, but your monthly fee is $49 a month. And yes, you can upgrade anytime or downgrade anytime. So just so you know that that's available to you, and you only pay the entrance fee one time unless you actually cancel your membership. So here's what they look like side by side, what we have to offer you. You can see, if you want to take a screenshot of this, what's included with Ignite. These are mostly for our leaders and emerging leaders. So this is for you if you have a team of other people who are underneath you in your downline, or if you are looking to move up to leadership in the next few months. Spark, this is for those who are like, I just want to build my own business right now, and maybe later on I'll upgrade to the Ignite membership when I have more of a team to work with. Okay, so you've got those two options for you to figure out what works for you. So if you are ready to get started, again, that link is membership@pinkbeautyboss.com. You can also click below. I've got a link where it says click here to learn more about your membership. And that will actually take you to a page where I'll just give everything in detail for you so you can really look through it and just understand what's all included and all of that. So either way, I want to thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful to you to learn kind of how everything works together in your vault. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our team. We hope you join us inside the app. I would love to work with you. And I would love to help you to put this into place. But of course, you've got to do what's right for you and what is the best fit for you. But either way, I am here for you. I'm excited for you, and I am rooting for you.